Hey there. Can you tell us your in-game name and age?
Hey, I'm EliteReverser, and I'm 21 years old.
Nice, nice. And are you excited for what's about to happen to you here today?
Hey, man, as long as you brought the Shrek and the Lou, I'm down for whatever.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Go ahead and send in the rhinos. Welcome to another episode of the critically acclaimed Emmy-nominated series of Probing Time with Salt Prime, where we abduct a community member and get to know them on a deep, intimate level. You know, some people think Endgame is level cap, idle on hunting. Some people even think Endgame is fashion frame. But I'm here to tell you that true Endgame is creating a weekly talk show segment in your dojo and forcing your clan to fund it with their blood, sweat, and tears. So on this episode, we have EliteReverser, one of our officers in our clan. We actually interviewed his girlfriend last episode. She'll be joining us in our aggressive probing of EliteReverser. So please, everyone, let's give an awesome round of applause for our special guest, EliteReverser. Wow, so great to have you, Elite. So great to have you. And there's Sorrow's mask. I might call her Sparrow during the interview just because her Discord name is Sparrow. I'm going to go ahead and have a little seat here. And we'll start our questions. So how are you doing today, guys?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, and you're there too, Sparrow?
I'm here.
Perfect. All right, so let's ask some basic questions first. So what is your favorite Warframe in the game, Elite?
Man, I got to go with Atlas. I love fisting those enemies.
Nice. I really like Atlas myself. How do you like the changes to Atlas with the changes to like pseudo exalts that happened?
Truth be told, man, I was scared at first when they announced it because I had a pretty nice build, but now after a while of playing with it, with the new update and everything, I love it. It's fantastic. Melee influence, lifesaver.
Yeah, I'm really liking it as well. I think Atlas, Ash, and I actually forgot before, but Gara is doing really well too after those changes. Although I would say Gara's build maybe got a little bit dumbed down. It's a better build, but it's kind of a dumb build. Just spam one over and over again.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's Atlas.
Yeah. Gara's playstyle has effectively become Atlas now.
Yeah.
What is your favorite weapon in the entire game?
If it's a primary, Kuva Brahma for sure. It's just a massive AoE. It's fun to proc radiation on everything and see them start trying to kill each other. And secondary, the Gaze, because it's just a better nuke core, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Brahma is a solid choice, and the Gaze secondary is kind of a sleeper that some people don't really even know about or don't use. And a lot of times, well, I shouldn't say a lot of times. I think sometimes, most of the time, the nuke core will beat out the Gaze, but there are some situations where the Gaze is just like, it will beat out the nuke core. It's got a better critical, so you can actually build it for crit instead of having to go enervate. And it's got that weird kit gun arcane that actually gives you efficiency and ability strength on your Warframe, which is really unique for a weapon.
Interesting. I didn't know about that. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Pax Bolt. Where's Pax? Yeah, I think it might be Pax Bolt. It could be Pax Bolt. I'm trying to remember it out of memory here. So my next question here is what's one change to Warframe you would make if you could make a change?
Oh man, that's a pretty hard question. There's so many things. Other than the crafting times, of course, because I think that's something that everybody wants.
Yeah.
Quality of life in general. I play on mobile. I'm a mobile only player. Been playing since it released, and DE's been doing good since the release of it on mobile. But there's so many bugs still, even to this day.
Yeah. And Sparrow, we were talking to her last week because you and her play on mobile basically exclusively, and she said you guys been playing for 2 years now on mobile, right?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah,
Yeah,
2 years, give or take a couple months.
It's been out for like a decent amount of time then. I'm not aware really of the whole like mobile scene, but it sounds like it's been out for a decent amount of time. For them to, still have a lot of bugs in it is a little bit questionable.
I think thinking about it, I think it's been about a year and a half.
Okay.
But I do agree with that. It's been a pretty decent amount of time. They've had plenty of time to fix all the bugs and errors and stuff that go on.
Yeah. If it was only out for a few months, you can kind of like understand some bugs, but a year and a half. You want to add any other things to the Warframe question, Sparrow?
If you had to choose between Atlas and Yakuza Brahma, you can only keep one. Which would it be?
Atlas, for sure. 100%. I'd sell my Kuba Brahma over Atlas any day.
What about your gaze?
My gaze?
Your gaze.
Dude,
gaze?
that's just a weapon, man. Atlas is a frame and a weapon in itself.
Okay, fine. If you had to get rid of one ability, which one would it be? Between 1 and 2.
Between 1 and 2?
Yes.
It's 2.
Yeah. Atlas needs his one. He needs to be constantly fisting dudes.
Man, I just love fisting dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Me too. So we'll go to the next question we have here, which is, what is your favorite game of all time? I mean, if it's Warframe, that's cool. But if not, what is your favorite game of all time?
I think I'd have to go with Borderlands 2. Been playing it since I was a kid. I love the story. I love the action and the looter shooter vibe of it.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I love Borderlands myself. What do you like about it?
Everything.
Now, go ahead.
My favorite character would be Tiny Tina.
Nice. I think I stopped playing it when they added Tiny Tina, so I don't think I've ever played her.
Mm.
Oh, wait, was she playable or she was just a character in it?
She was an NPC. She was the little girl that made things explode.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought maybe you mentioned that they made her a playable character, and I was like, oh, I don't remember that.
No. Just my favorite NPC would be Tiny Tina.
I agree. Yeah. I do agree with that then. What was your favorite actual playable character in 2?
Maya, the siren.
Nice. I liked Salvador, the Gunzerker.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever play Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 3?
I tried Borderlands 1, and it just wasn't my style. The graphics were really bleak, and I didn't feel like there was enough engaging gameplay, Like, there just wasn't really that much to do. So gotcha. I quit. 3 was really fun. I think out of the entire franchise, though, the pre-sequel is up to par with 2. Like, I wouldn't be able to choose between 2 and the pre-sequel,
Got it. See, I played Borderlands 1. I'm a little bit older, so I played Borderlands 1 when it was like current content. And I had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. I liked Roland as my character. He was like the soldier dude. And then Borderlands 2, though, when that came out, that really was even better than 1. Borderlands 2 is a real gem. Borderlands 3, I liked. I mean, it's a generally good looter shooter. It's just that the story wasn't really up to snuff. So, you just end up with a good looter shooter with a bad story. But it was still kind of fun. And pre-sequel, I've never played, actually. I never even tried that.
I highly recommend it, man. It's fun.
Huh. Are you excited for Borderlands 4 coming out later this year?
Dog, there's a Borderlands 4?
You didn't even know that?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, they've announced it. I don't know if they've announced an actual date, but I think it's sometime this fall it's supposed to drop. So
yeah, I'll definitely. I'm excited, man.
Nice. So let's what do I have here now? What games are you playing right now other than Warframe, like alongside Warframe?
Right now, what's that game that you just got me on? Infamous Second Son or something like that. Cool. I just got into it. It's pretty fun so far.
And what's that about?
there's like these bioterrorists, but they're not actually terrorists. They just have abilities, and people don't understand them, and the government's trying to kill them. The gameplay is reminiscent of like the Spider-Man games,
Or Batman.
or
Arkham
like
Knight.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Ah, gotcha. Is it a game you would recommend to other people?
Yeah, for sure. It's a nice game. You can sit down and chill for a few hours. It does get a little bit stale, but it's still fun regardless.
Awesome. And, I know you didn't mention it, but I know Sparrow did last week. And I know you play this alongside Warframe. You play a lot of COD Mobile as well, right?
Yeah, I've dropped some pretty pennies on COD. I've been playing that for years, man. This is probably nothing compared to most Warframe players, but I probably dropped around about ish $2,000 on it.
Wow. You really enjoy, I mean, you play the hell out of that and you really enjoy it. And, if that's like one of your hobbies, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to add any other questions to those kind of questions there, Sparrow? Those type of questions?
Okay. Let's see. Putting me on the spot. If you could only play Warframe or COD or Borderlands 2 for the rest of your life, which would it be?
Warframe for sure, 100%.
Really?
There's always updates coming, and
that's true.
Yeah, Warframe's a live service, whereas Borderlands is kind of like, one and done.
Yeah. Borderlands, eventually, you're going to be the best you can get, and there's nothing left to do at all.
Warframe or COD Mobile?
Warframe, for sure. I know I've dropped a lot of money on COD, but Warframe's got my heart.
Mm.
You don't, just Warframe.
Oh.
All right, so let's go into more personal questions here now. So do you have any hobbies other than gaming?
Yeah, I love to play the guitar, and when I can, if I get the opportunity, I love welding.
Oh, nice. Now, there's a lot of money in welding. I don't know like how well you weld, but I know there's a lot of money in welding.
I was really good at it when I was in school. I actually went to college for a bit for it, trade school, and I was going to go down to Ingalls off the coast, Biloxi, around that area, and weld ships. But we moved, and I missed my opportunity to do that.
Gotcha.
If anybody knows anything about welding, I don't know how to TIG, but I can do it.
You can do what?
I can do everything else but TIG.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to ask you kind of like a couples question now. So how did you guys meet?
Oh boy, that's a fun one. I met this person on a TikTok live stream. They were a Call of Duty cosplayer. Talked to them for a couple of weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, just talked. I found out that they weren't the person that I thought that they were, and I ran to Sparrow for advice because I had joined this person's Discord and Sparrow was in it, and we had gotten to be friends. And after a while, we ended up hitting it off and just really getting close. So we started online dating. I know it's cringy, but it is what it is. And after 10 months, I decided, hey, I'm going to drive 16 hours away. So I did. In one night, I didn't stop except for gas. I came.
Yeah, you did.
Here we are today.
Does that sound about right, Sparrow, from your end?
Yeah. We were best friends, and they just, weren't the person that he thought they were, and we got close, and he opened up to me a lot, and I straight up told him, look, don't drag them on. Like, don't lead them along. You gotta tell them how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they never dated or anything. They were just getting to that point. Starting to.
Yeah. They were friends, but they were starting to like maybe become a little bit closer, but
yeah.
Yeah.
The other person took it like really bad though. Yeah, they were very, very upset, which I'm not proud of. But but I am happy that it happened. Otherwise, me and Sparrow wouldn't be here sitting in this room together right now.
Yeah, true. And at least you were honest about it, and you told them how you felt and everything. And it's up to them then to take it how they will. But
yeah, and now we've been together for over a year.
Yeah,
hoorah!
A year and 5 months.
That's a year and 5 months
today.
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Any plans on marriage?
Oh, 100%. We're planning on having like 15 to 20 little elites and sparrows running around. We're going to have like our own little clothing line, like a little sweatshop in the back in the shed.
Nice. Just like a bunch of sewing machines set up?
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
You should get a steam whistle. A steam whistle really sets your sweatshop apart from others. It really shows that like you're about that oppression life.
Gotcha, dude. That's a fantastic idea. Thank you for recommending that.
Yeah, no problem. So
I'll go to the whistle shop.
Yeah. So my next question now is, what is your favorite quality about the other person? I guess we can start with Elite's favorite quality about Sparrow.
Okay. I know it's a cliche thing, man, but her eyes, like they just draw me in. If her eyes were a body of water, I would drown myself immediately.
Wow, that is so romantic and sappy. I want to throw up. Now, Sparrow, what is your favorite quality about Elite?
There's a lot.
You just can't think of anything.
He's very outgoing and just kind to everybody. He may come off as a dick sometimes, but he means it out of love, like he'll walk up to a random person in a store and try on like a random shirt or a dress or something.
Or a bra.
Like, yeah, or a bra. He'll be like, does this make my butt look good? And he'll do it to anybody. And I keep telling him, you're going to do that to the wrong person one day. But he just doesn't care. He's not afraid to be who he is. And I aspire to be like him one day.
That's awesome.
It's a genuine question. I want to know if the bra makes my butt look big.
So now we have kind of like the flip question here, where what's one thing you would change about the other person if you could? And we'll start with Elite to Sparrow.
One thing that I would change about you if I could is how you see yourself. Because you are the most beautiful, amazing person I've ever met. And you really just, I feel like you don't see yourself that way. And I really wish you did. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. Now I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, I was going to say that is very romantic, very sappy, and I want to throw up.
Oh boy, my answer is stuck now. When we were long distance, I would usually say I would change your location. I want you to be closer, but I can't say that now.
So what would you change then, Sparrow?
I firmly believe that if you love somebody, you shouldn't, want to change who they are. You should love them for every part of who they are.
That's a basic little bitch answer.
Listen, I'm not. If I had to change one thing, or if I die or something, because I have to change it, or it's like a consequence, I'd be like, you're very romantic, but sometimes, and we talked about this, you joke. He's giving me these looks. So he's very romantic, but sometimes, I want to go do something. Like, even if it's just go down the road and, go to like Dollar Tree and get some snacks or something. Like, that's our time together, where it's just us two.
Yeah,
he doesn't like that. Like, he doesn't like really getting out of the house unless it's for work or unless we have to. So I'd say I would like maybe some more just alone time. And I know like we're in the room and it's just us, but I mean like completely alone, like nobody around us.
Yeah, like you like to just go for like just little drives to like the convenience store, just little stupid things. You want him to just kind of join you with it.
Well, those stupid things, they mean a lot to me, like it's just makes those memories,
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Why are you smirking?
Elite says, yeah.
I know it's true.
Oh, and I really okay. One more thing.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
goodness.
I really, really wish that he would watch more movies or shows with me or something. Because if we don't feel good or something, like, I want to watch a movie and just chill. No, he wants to jump on the VC at 3 in the morning and just talk to everybody and do, I don't even know what. Like,
I
have
did see him at 3:00 this morning in the VC. I want you to know that. I did wake up at like 3 a.m. and I saw him in the Discord.
Yeah, I have a large distaste for movies because I'd rather be doing something, something interactive with my voice, talking to people, or with my hands, playing a game, or
well,
scrolling through YouTube Shorts or
you can
something.
talk to me about the movie. You can be like, oh, I can't believe that just happened.
No.
Can you believe that, hon? I mean, did you even think that that would ever happen? Like, you can interact with me with it.
No.
All right. So my next question for you guys then is, do you have any special talents? We'll start with Elite.
Oh boy.
Wait, okay. Sorry. Could we say the special talent about, because some people don't think they have a talent, right?
Oh, true, true, true.
You can put down some food like a man. Ellen, you eat worse. And I don't know how she's not fat, man. She's actually really skinny. And she, golly, makes me jealous.
Well, what talents do you have, Elite?
Uh,
I don't know.
he says he's not smart, but he really is.
I don't think it's really a talent.
No, a talent would be, let's see, that's more like a attribute about you or something.
Well, if I have to pick a talent, I'd say that I'm pretty good at playing the guitar. I know I said it was a hobby earlier, but I do think I'm fairly skilled. I play a lot of Metallica and older rock and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. Do you play electric guitar or acoustic or both?
Both.
Both? Nice, nice.
And
I
they're
tried
multiple.
when I was younger, I tried playing electric guitar and I like went to classes for like an entire year, and all I ever got good at playing was like some random Elvis songs because that was like the only book I had to learn from. And yeah, I just was not very good at it. It's very hard.
I teach myself by ear. I play the song and I listen to it and I just play it. I can't read notes. I don't like reading tablature. I hear the song a few times and I just start picking out the notes,
Cool. That's really cool. Do you have one song that you like playing more than others?
Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I love playing it. It's so fun.
Cool.
Really has a special place in my heart. Like, I've told him so many times, I'm not getting married to him unless I walk down the aisle to Nothing Else Matters. That is my dream song to walk down to.
You're gonna have a Metallica wedding.
Absolutely.
She doesn't know this, but we're actually going to play WAP or WAP or whatever you call it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, from Nicki Minaj? Yeah, yeah. That's very classy.
Yeah.
That's very classy.
Yeah. I'm going to have all my grandparents and everything there, and they're going to hear it.
Yep. Grandma and grandpa can be twerking.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with you. That's a good plan. That is a good plan. So, Sparrow, do you have any special talents now?
Wait. Now we're answering like as for our view.
Yeah.
Okay. I get told that I'm a good singer, but I don't really believe that.
Now, I know you've told me this before that you were actually like in an audition for the show The Voice.
Yeah, I made it 2 out of 3 rounds. And they asked me to come back and audition next year, and I basically said, "Screw that! I'm too nervous." I mean, once I'm comfortable with somebody, I like to sing, and that's fine. But it's just getting up on that stage and having that many people watching you, like it scares me. I have really bad stage fright.
If I want to be honest, she sounds like, if I had to compare it to anything, she sounds like a slightly higher toned Amy Lee from Evanescence.
I don't even know how it's possible.
Now, have you been singing like your whole life? Is that something? Did you ever take like classes for it?
It's been most of my life, yeah. And I did take, like, I took choir. I did a little bit of a cappella in this group for my high school. And then I actually, a few years ago, had a vocal coach. He was the drummer for Daughtry.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was really cool. And I mean, I started to get more confident and everything, but you know, something just clicked. I was like, I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's understandable. You know, I guess there is a big difference between like singing for yourself and then singing on stage.
Yeah, but I do love to write. That's one thing that I do pride myself on.
She is very talented.
Do you songwrite, or do you like write books or like short stories?
I used to songwrite. I actually wanted to be a lyricist when I grew up. But for right now, when I write, it's mainly like every now and then I'll write him like a letter, like, you know, for our anniversary or a birthday.
Aw,
But I used to write stories and stuff.
that's pretty cool. There's a lot of skill required in that.
Yeah, you can't dumbass.
Yeah. Well, no, you know, one of the things, and I've noticed it when I do videos, is sometimes I can be repetitive and I say the same thing over and over. And, you know, while I'm doing the video, it sounds okay, but then I'll rewatch it and I'm like, man, I said that word like 500 times. And so like, I could imagine it would probably be the same thing with writing, where like you have to have a big vocabulary, and know a lot of different like synonyms. That way you can use different words in the same situations.
Yeah, it's actually really funny because I'm really bad at speaking, but when I write, it comes off a lot more clear. And
Yeah,
he makes
yeah.
fun of
She starts rambling, man. I can't understand a dang thing she's talking about.
But if I put it on a like piece of paper, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question now is for Elite here. What, we already went over this last week. I know you work at a zoo, Sparrow, which I think is really cool. But Elite, what do you do for work?
Oh, I am a CNC operator. I make these things that look like drill bits. I program the machines to cut carbide rods into the shape that I want.
Nice, nice. So it's like factory type of work.
Yeah, we're on a line, and we've got 11 machines on my line, and it's not like a conveyor belt line in that sense. It's just a certain amount of machines. Like I said, I got 11. So many people will take care of so many machines, you know, like I'll take care of 5, somebody will take care of 4 or 6, you know,
Gotcha.
and we'll check the tools all the time and make sure they're all good.
That's pretty cool. And how long have you been working there now?
A little bit over 2 months, I believe, and I love it so far. It's fantastic. I'm about to start my 12-hour shift on Tuesday, actually. I got promoted.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know factory work, I guess depending on the factory, right? Like I have a big paper mill near me. Factory work is really good, pays really well, but sometimes the hours are really, really crappy. Do they make you do shift work? Like, do you switch from day shift to evening to nights, or is it always one shift?
It depends on what shift you are signing up for, but if you choose a shift, then you're staying on that shift.
Got it.
I'm in training, so at this moment, I'm on the 8-hour shift, Monday through Friday. But on Tuesday, I'll start my morning 12-hour shift, which is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that'll be a 2-2-3 schedule. So I'll work 2 days, and then I'll be off 2 days. Work 2 days, I'll be off 3 days.
That's really nice. That was my exact schedule for like 10 years, except I was night shift. I did like 10 years night shift on that schedule. But it's really nice because like you feel like you have a long weekend. Well, you feel like you have like 2 weekends every week, which is crazy.
Yeah, after I'm completely done with training, because even though I'm going on the 12-hour morning shift, I'm still not done with training yet. But when I'm done, they're going to put me on the 12-hour night shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That's awesome. How do you feel about like night shift versus day shift?
I'm excited for it. I've never done it before, but I'm sure that I'll be all right. We've got like an entire convenience store in the shop, so I'll have plenty of energy drinks and 5-hour energies and stuff. I'll be fine.
Yeah. You know, really when it comes down to night shift, I did it so long. I did it for like 10 to 12 years. when it comes down to night shift, it really is how well can you sleep during the day? If you're the kind of person that can sleep like at least 6 hours in the day, then you're going to love nights.
Oh, this would be a perfect job for Sparrow then.
I always had problems. Like I did it for 10 or 12 years, but I still had problems sleeping during the day. Like there were a lot of times where I would only sleep for like two to 4 hours, and then you try to, do another 12-hour night shift, and it would really, really suck.
I'm not even kidding you, man. We'll go to bed like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around the area. We'll go to sleep. I'll get up at 5 in the morning, and she'll wake me up. She'll be up around that time, and she'll fall back asleep, and I'll go to work. I'll get back home around 3, and she's still asleep. I don't understand how she does it. She'll like 5 or 6 hours.
Hey, at least I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm just at home sleeping.
yeah.
That's true. Too bad they don't have night shift at the zoo there.
I know. Yeah.
My next question for you, Elite, or Sparrow, or both of you, is just future plans. What are your future plans? Like, where do you see yourself 5, 10 years from now? Do you want to be in the same area? Do you want to be working the same jobs? Do you want to just be at a higher position? Tell me about that.
Ladies first.
I answered this on the last video.
Yeah. This is your interview, Elite. Sparrow already had hers last week.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to put it on you, Sparrow.
Yeah. I see in 5 to 10 years or whatever, I would like to see myself at a higher position in the company, of course.
Yeah.
I would love to see a pretty large increase in pay. It's good now, but it could definitely be better.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just talking about work, that's it for work. I like to see myself at the same company. But in life itself, I would love to be married in that time. Start my own family.
That's understandable. How long do you think you're going to be dating before you finally decide to tie the knot?
1 more year.
I say 5 years is how long I want to date before I pop the question. And we've been dating for a year, so we got 4 years left. But Sparrow does not want to wait that long.
You say 5 years, and she says like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
See,
I say 1.
I think 2 years is fair. I think 5 years is a little bit long, but I mean, it's up to you. It's your life.
See?
I have family members that were dating for 15 years before they finally got married. So I know it's not like an uncommon thing. It's just personally me. I feel like 2 years is probably like the good time there.
Well, hey, hon, we should implement the 15 years thing, like songs.
I know it's cliche, but if you love someone, you're willing to wait, and I get that, and of course I'd be willing to wait, but I really, really want to be able to say my husband, not my boyfriend. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always wanted that, and I have someone that I can have that with.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
Okay.
Again, very romantic, very sappy. Makes me want to throw up. So I wanted to thank you guys for coming on the show again this week. I really appreciate it. It was good hearing from you, Elite. Good to finally get to know you a little bit better. You've been in the clan for a while with Sparrow, and you've been great assets to our clan, so I really appreciate it.
We've been great assets to his clan.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me on your show.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So that's all the time we have for today, folks. Join us next week, where we'll be giving a sensual full body massage to our next guest. All right. Bye.